All right, ladies and gentlemen, the new kids. Yes, sir, the new kids. They are on the block. And Thursday started the new wave of stars as they start their journey as professional football players. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the 2025 NFL Draft, and we're going to review round one, the only way we can do it, and that's Real to Sports style, right here on the Real to Sports Talk Show.
Can't accept the loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method. Many falling off that fine line that I'm treading. I risk anything to be great, and I'm not letting nobody rob me of my victory. Number one, that's what I'm meant to do. When by any means, only thing that makes sense to me, I can make nice or make history. I got that dog in me, yeah, turn me up. Big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me, I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog in me, yeah. I'm talking all bite, no bark. I could rip your squad apart. I got that dog in me, so what's up? Yeah, so what's up? I told her move over, enough of that mediocre. I've been the man since cruising around in the stroller. I got ice in my veins like a cut in Minnesota. Why not show you how I'm built? Come a little closer, ayy. Lot of heart, been smart, aura gotta glow. We can restart, get head start, still get the same result. I'm about mine, don't you get it confused. I'ma win again, yeah, that's all that I do. I got that dog in me, yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a minute, but we thank you so much for being here with us on this Saturday afternoon. Wherever in the world you are watching us right now, man, we are the Real to Sports Podcast. And around here, man, we talking about the hottest news is going on in the sports world, man. There is no other place you will get the realest, the real deal, genuine facts and opinions from the best damn podcast panel on YouTube, man. So really quick shout out to our sponsors over at SeatGeek and Bonfire.com. We got merchandise. We got t-shirts, hats. Click on the link in the description box below, right up under this video. As you can tell, I am excited. I'm fired up. It's the draft, baby. I'm sweating. All that good stuff. I got you on there. It's hot with this mug, but I'm sweating. I got the energy today. Ladies and gentlemen, these three men are you guys stars of the show today. He is the pioneer. Got to start off with the pioneer, man. The man, the day one, who has been here through thick and thin, ladies and gentlemen. Representing the three-time Super Bowl champion. I'm talking about the Las Vegas Raiders. He's Oklahoma State alumni. Go Pokes. They are in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the very talented and Mr. Young Mark.
Hey, man, happy to be here with you guys. You know, we can't talk about the NFL draft without having the Real to Sports college football expert on the panel ready to talk some football with my guys. And I got to say, it feels weird being on this show and not having a title. Like, it just feels weird, bro. Like, I missed my championship. Come back home.
Yeah, come on back.
Mind you, I never lost my title. Let the record show I never lost a single wrestling trivia championship match.
That's killing it right now. That's killing it right now. That is killing it right now. I got the OG. Yes, sir. I got the OG right here. The man is a living legend. Hailing from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Representing the mighty Minnesota Vikings. Oh, man, he's a true dear friend of mine. He is the dog, the legendary Q-Dog.
What's going on, people? Glad y'all tuned in past this for this draft weekend. Hope y'all teams got the players that you need to help y'all move forward into this oncoming season. My internet acting up a little bit, so I might be in and out. So I'm glad y'all tuning in today. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, Oh, yeah. Duval is in the building. All out of Duval, representing the Jacksonville Jaguars, ladies and gentlemen. That's her. He is the very new Real to Sports Wrestling Trivia Champion. He's the 2024 Real to Sports Podcast MVP. He is Rockstar Rock in the building.
How y'all doing? I think we might have won the draft. Well, at least we won round one. Got the dynamic player coming to Duval County. So, everything is on everything. And we filled some holes definitely within our second and third round days. So I'm pretty happy.
Ooh. I love it, baby. I love draft season, man. This is my favorite time of the year. Favorite time of the year, man. Again, man, thank you guys for watching. It's been a minute. I'm excited. We hope you're excited. I can't wait to hear what these three gentlemen got to talk about this draft. We're going to break it down. They're going to say how they feel about it. Going to give us their unbiased opinion here. Hope y'all like my shades. Shout out my son. Shades is fire, though. Huh? See the world in this thing. But again, man, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys be entertained tonight, man. Today. But before we start the show off, man, you know how we do right here in the Real Sports Podcast, man. I have to pay our respects. We lost a legend. We lost another legend. I'm talking about we watched the legendary Steve Mungo McMichael.
Yeah, Halliburton.
The man, holy man. You talking about a man that fought, man. Jesus. Mungo, as a wild man on other worldly defense, Steve McMichael demanded attention with his personality and his play. A 6'2", 270-pound barbarian of the autumn who terrorized opposing offenses. The man known as Mungo was a Texas native who became a beloved Chicago sports figure, playing a pivotal role in the iconic 1985 Bears Super Bowl run. But the day was a sad day in the Windy City. After announcing in April of 2021 that he had been diagnosed with ALS, the Pro Football Hall of Famer died on Wednesday at the age of 67. McMichael's death was announced by Jared Payton, the son of McMichael's former teammate and fellow Hall of Famer Walter Payton. Jared has been the McMichael family spokesman throughout the ALS battle. With deep sorrow, he said, and I quote, I shared that Steve McMichael passed at 5:28 p.m. after a brave fight with ALS surrounded by loved ones. Payton wrote, I'm grateful to have been with him in his final moments. Please keep Steve and his family in your prayers. Over his entire NFL tenure, from 1980 to 1994, McMichael logged 213 games, 171 starts, 847 tackles, and 95 sacks, earning 2 Pro Bowl nods along the way. Those 95 sacks are 4th all-time among defensive tackles, and it's 92.5 with the Bears are 2nd in franchise history behind teammate Richard Dent. Through his legacy, though his legacy was born in Chicago, his 15-year career was not. Michaels was taken in the 1980 draft by the New England Patriots. And after one season, he was released. He signed with the Chicago Bears at 81 and did not become a starter to 83. Mungo proved to be a perfect fit for the legendary defense, overflowing with ferocity and flamboyancy, serving as a focal point in the coordinator, Bodie Ryan's 46 scheme, which was, holy smoke, one of the most complicated things I've ever seen at 46 defense. I don't think you ever could play that again, but anyway. Also, man, it didn't add, but Mungo was a former Four Horseman over in WCW, man. So we want to, on behalf of the fellas here on the podcast, we want to our deepest condolences to another legend, Steve Mungo McMichael. Again, part of that 85 ferocious 85. To me, the best defense I've ever seen ever is the 1985 Midway Monsters, is what they called them back then. They were the Midway Monsters, and he was part of it. Steve Mungo, McMichael. Man, the guy really fought tooth and nail with the ALS for 4 years. He fought it, man. But shout out to Mungo. Shout out to Mungo. Mongo. All right, man. It is the draft. Let me make sure I get my stuff here right here. My computer's acting up. Also, man, you people out there who's watching, man, get in the super chat. Super chat donations if you want to donate to the channel. Anything's appreciated. Anything's appreciated, man. Anything's appreciated. Super chats are open. Get them on in. Send your comments, all that good stuff on in. All right, so let's get this draft review underway. And I officially say, ladies and gentlemen, the Real to Sports Podcast 2025 NFL Draft Review Show is officially on the clock. Go. Let's go.
Cool.
Let's get it.
Yeah, I like that shirt, man. I may live in North Carolina, but on game day, a Vikings fan. That's nice.
Oh, cute. They keep kicking him out. Yeah, that is dope. I ain't pay attention to that. Yeah, I might get something like that. Where Q go? They keep kicking him out. All right, man. The 2025 NFL Draft is officially here. Right. The draft is there you go. I'm trying to come back in here. He tried, y'all. Y'all bear with the dog here. Y'all bear with the dog. That Spectrum ain't being nice to him.
No, I think just got it.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know the dog gonna get on him, boy. I know he all right. The 2025 NFL Draft is officially here. Thursday night kicked off a 3-day party in Green Bay. Believe it or not, every NFL team owned its first round pick heading into draft night, and it's the first time since the league expanded to 32 teams that this has occurred. However, this was not the case by the end of round one. The Tennessee Titans drafted quarterback Cam Ward at number 1 overall as expected, but then things got crazy. The Jacksonville Jaguars made a blockbuster trade to grab receiver/cornerback Travis Hunter with the second pick. Wow, the Cleveland Browns, who moved back to 5th, gained additional draft capital before selecting defensive tackle Mason Graham. Several other trades transpired before the night was over, the most notable being the New York Giants moving back into the round 1 for quarterback Jackson Dart. Rounds 2 and 3 brought even more chaos, with the biggest storyline being about the player who didn't get selected, Shadur Sanders. Seen as a top quarterback prospect before the draft, has still not heard his name called after 102 picks at the time.
Oh,
While
no,
he waited
it's
three
worse.
other, yeah, I know.
We're in the 4th
Yeah, I
round.
know.
He still ain't got picked.
Still ain't got picked. But while he waited, 3 other signal callers went off the board as the Saints took Tyler Show in 19. Wow. In round 2, 40th overall, and the Seahawks added Jalen Milroy in round 3. He went the 92nd pick, and the Browns landed Dylan Gabriel 2 picks later. While the first 3 rounds are now in the books, well, this is old, of course. That doesn't mean that there's plenty of talent still left on the board. In fact, it's over seven full rounds where real teams are constructed. Rounds 4 through 7 is today, of course, will be extremely important as every franchise look to improve its roster as much as possible. With that being said, here is the ladies and gentlemen, the Real to Sports Podcast panel, and they are going to give their input on how they feel about the draft. So we're going to go in draft order today. And since my main man, my Raider brother, since we had the 6th pick, the Las Vegas Raiders is now on the clock. Mark Mark. All right, here we go, Mark. First of all, man, the draft went down, of course, Thursday. So I want to get your take on. I'm gonna ask you a question, Mr. Episode. Who do you think won round one of the 2025 NFL draft?
Who do I think won round one? That's a pretty good question. I do want to give credit to Jacksonville for the exciting move that they made, moving up to get Travis Hunter. I think that's really dope because that's one of the few teams I think is going to let him play both sides of the ball. But I gotta be honest with you, I really like what the Giants did. I wish they would have picked a different quarterback at 25, but I'll get to that later. I got a lot to say about that situation. But getting Abdul Carter, who has been widely regarded as being one of the best defensive linemen in this draft, or borderline the best player in the draft period, to get him and a potential quarterback of the future who you had the time to sit and let develop behind Russell Wilson, behind Jameis Winston, two guys who have been in the NFL for a long time, one of them a Super Bowl champion, being able to sit behind them and learn and get acclimated to the NFL pro style, and having a head coach like Ryan Daboll and a wide receiver like Malik Neighbors. That's pretty cool for any young quarterback. And then on the other side of the ball, you pair Abdul Carter with Dexter Lawrence and Kayvon Thibodeau. And I don't know, man. New York is trying to rebuild their identity. Like if you remember the Giants in their heyday when they were winning Super Bowls, like in the 90s with Belichick and Parcells, they had a very, very strong defense and a pretty good running game. And I know we're talking about the first round, but earlier today in the fourth round, they got Cam Scatterboo from Arizona State. So when you pair him and Abdul Carter and Jackson Dart, things have the potential to turn around quickly for New York, because you're going to get punched in the mouth on defense. Good luck trying to stop that defensive front, and you're going to get punched in the mouth on offense. Because Cam Scatterboo is literally a walking car crash. Like anytime he runs into contact, you wind up on a worse end of it than him. So yeah, I would give the nod to the Giants. But this kind of feels similar a little bit to what we experienced a couple of years ago on this same show. We were applauding them for getting Kayvon Thibodeau and for getting the tackle out of Alabama and everything, saying they had a really good draft, but nothing really materialized out of that. This time I need for them to actually capitalize on the good players that they picked up and really start trying to turn this thing around, because I would hate for them to draft a quarterback in the first round. The team is bad, and then ownership gets rid of Daboll and the GM, and then now the young quarterback's got to start all over again the next year. So,
I totally
to the Giants.
What's up, Philly G, representing the world champion Philadelphia Eagles. Philly G. New York is trying to hang in with us, and Washington. Yeah, y'all set the bar, bro. That is true. Washington said it, but y'all really said it more when y'all won a Super Bowl. So I definitely get that. Tracy and Cam going to be a 1-2 punch for the Giants. Before I get to the MVP, I agree with Mark. Mark hit a home run, because I thought the same thing. The Giants, at first, I think I put it like this: the Giants they won this round. Holy hell, getting Abdul Carter and Jackson Dart, that's off the chain. But I think the ballsiest move was Jacksonville. That was the ballsiest move I've probably ever seen in the draft. That was the most ballsiest move I've ever seen. And I really, really, really hope. I really think it's going to pay off for Jacksonville. Holy hell, you talking about the 360 direction that team took around Jacksonville and the Giants. Right now, I'm telling you, I'm going to get the edge to to the Giants for getting Abdul Carter. I did not see them even attempting to get him, and then going for Jackson Dart. I was like, holy hell, like that blew my socks off. That was Philly G said Duval. Duval is definitely been that was a 1-2 punch for your ass right there. But But anyway, MVP, who you think won round 1 of the 2025 NFL draft?
Well, you know what I'm gonna say. I'm going with my boys, because we took care of 2 positions with 1 player. We needed a cornerback. We needed another wide receiver to go across Brian Thomas Jr. The one thing I really would say is that I was a little it's how much we did give to get move up to number 2, but I can understand it because a team at everybody had Travis Hunter on the top of their board outside of Cam Ward. I mean Tennessee because of the quarterback situation. So I was just as surprised when I heard that the Browns was moving out of the number 2 spot because our young GM, same age as myself, James Gladstone, they've been working with the Browns since April 7th to move up to the number 2 spot. So we already knew who we wanted. We wanted Travis Hunter to come to Jacksonville. And it's also dearly important, personal to me, because we got a player who actually has his first and last name is actually my son's name.
I thought about that.
So it's really dear to me, because my oldest son name is Hunter and my youngest son, his name
I'm
is
glad
Travis.
you said that.
So
I thought about that too.
It's full circle. It's a real full circle situation here. But I'm all for it. I love it. And and I like some of the other picks outside of just my team who won. I also like that you guys went in and got Ashton Genty to actually shore up that running back position since Josh Jacobs left, and a lot of other teams filled needs that they needed as far as with offensive needs and defensive needs as well. So I think it was all around good draft for a lot of people in the first round.
Oh, hell yeah. A lot of teams, bro. OG, who you think won round 1 of the 2025 NFL draft?
Clearly, I'm gonna go along with y'all as far as the Giants.
That they getting them. That's all good. We'll go back to the dog. Get his opinion. Out of round 1 though, who has the most surprising? Who's the most surprised, Mark? Out of this list right here, what team surprised you the most? What pick surprised you? Like, holy hell! Like, I didn't see this one coming.
In a good way or a bad way?
Either or.
And like I said, in a good way, I was pleasantly surprised when Jacksonville got Travis Hunter.
Me too.
The pick that really kind of like caught me off guard and I couldn't believe it was when Pittsburgh was on the clock at 21. I just knew in my heart of hearts that's where Shadur was going to wind up.
The world
situation just fit perfectly. You got a great organization, a great stable team around you. A good head coach is going to take care of you. Even if you weren't ready to start right away, when you did get ready, you're going to have weapons around you. And I just can't believe they passed on him, bro. Pittsburgh passing on him at 21, it was just too poetic. The 21st pick in the first round being Shadur Sanders, like, I don't understand it. But God bless the young man that they did take at 21, because his backstory was definitely pulling at my heartstrings. Like, I was happy and mad at the same time. Like, I was mad it wasn't who I wanted it to be, but when I found out his backstory, bro, I'm rooting for that young man. God bless him and his family, for real.
Facts. Philly G said, I thought when the Giants traded to 25, I really thought Sanders was going there.
Nah. Yeah. His history will tell you no, because the Giants being one of the oldest teams in the league, they've never taken a black quarterback in the first round of the draft. They're the only team that still hasn't done it. So, nah.
Before I go back to the dog, my surprise pick, man, was number 8, Carolina. I did not see them picking up McMichael. That shit threw me. I said,
from Dallas.
I said, whoa. I said, whoa. I said, bro, are you serious? I said, I might have to. Okay, Carolina must be watching the show because they know I don't watch their games. So they like, okay, host, you gonna watch our game regardless. You in North Carolina, man. You know we gonna make you watch. Okay, all right, I get it, bro. All right, Carolina. All right, I'm gonna watch a Carolina game, bro. I am. Holy smoke! I did not see that coming out. MVP. I did not see that one coming, bro.
I didn't see that one coming. The McMichael, I thought he was going to either go to the Jets, but when I seen who the Jets picked up, I was like, okay, all right, Carolina. But then as soon as they picked him up, I was texting Mark. I text Mark. I said they got a guy that's going to be able to replace Thielen now because they the same type of body. Yep. They the same the same type of archetype as far as in the receiving. Their possession receivers, they can catch the deep ball, like Carolina can literally feed this guy on them 4th and 5s against some of them small corners that he likely gonna see in that division. Because the NFC South, the NFC South, they usually have a lot of small corners within Tampa and New Orleans. But I like that. And they just picked up Travis Etienne's brother as well, Trevor Etienne. The running back. So Carolina, I like what they're doing. Oh. But outside of him,
go ahead.
My biggest surprise would have had to be I would actually have to say the Colts, really. What they did picking a tight end. Because I felt like they needed more help than just on that tight end position. Like they got questions at the quarterback, they got questions on the O-line. Like they went straight at bringing in another pass catcher. Like, but that was one that threw me off guard a little bit. Was the Colts going with the actual the tight end from Penn State, Tyler Warren.
And it was a little weird. A team like that, you would expect to do a little bit more.
Because your quarterback, they got questions at quarterback. I mean, I ain't say they should have drafted a quarterback there, but at the same time, like with the quarterbacks that they have, Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson, they should have went somewhere within the O-line to keep them guys from from making mistakes. To get a little fidgety in the pocket and want to run.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Stay right there, OG. I'm coming. Panthers are messing around in this draft, and Rock, please don't remind me. I wanted Warren, but I'm happy with Campbell. I feel you. OG, to go back to my question, man, who you think won the round 1 of the NFL draft? Just not meant to be. Just not meant to be for the OG today.
The Wi-Fi
internet is something
for real.
I'm about to catch up when he get up in here. But yeah, man, T-Mac, that's that right there. That man,
it's gonna sell jerseys though. He gonna sell.
Hell yeah, man. That dude. Yeah. I mean, they got a dog. He's a dog.
Yeah,
he could be a dog. Like I'm telling you, they go to OG. All right, Q, make it fast before you go out.
Well, yeah, man. I'm with y'all with the Giants. Like I said before I went out, I was just thinking getting the linebacker that they got is going to raise havoc with the other in that interior of that defensive line. Then also, getting the court moving back in the first round, getting the quarterback of their future behind Russell Wilson and them. Yeah. I think that they made some good moves in a direction that we finally start seeing them in a direction where they should be going to be competitive. I'm not going to say they're going to dominate the division, but they'll be at least more competitive than what we used to seeing from them. So they'll start making some strides.
Absolutely.
So I would say they was the winners of the first round.
Okay, so who's your surprise out of this list right here? Who surprised you the most, Q? What team surprised you the most with their pick?
I would say that Carolina, getting that big receiver You know, they were giving Bryce Young a big weapon to throw down the field. You know, so they're trying to give him something. You know, it's kind of like they gave him like a Harold Carmichael. You know, so that's a big tall receiver, and so that's an easy target to see. And so to start to open up things with I think they got another receiver named Leggett or whatever. So I would say Carolina.
Yeah. Carolina made a move, boy. They got me, Q. I think I'm gonna watch a Carolina game this year. They got me.
It might not be bad this year.
It might not be, bro. It might not be boring. God damn. Boy, when they man, bro, I got it's downstairs. Man, I got so many notes I took on this draft, man. I was just taking notes. I couldn't even get one note down without taking another note. Like this draft right here was just unpredictable. Shout out to Green Bay, man. Shout out to Green Bay. They hosted a really good draft. That was really exciting. That big moment, that big pop when Green Bay got Matthew Golden. Oh my God. That was off the chain. That's what the draft is about. And I don't really know too much about Matthew Golden, but the excitement, they didn't boo him. They was excited. And that's what it's about, man. They really gave that guy a pop, and he fed off the crowd, and that was good. I felt like I was in a Woodstock WWE moment because he had the camera. He was like, I mean, they really popped for him, man. And like I said, I don't really know about Matthew Golden, but I mean, that was just a good moment, man. It was a good moment.
Like he a lineman. Was it an old lineman?
Yeah.
No, he's the first wide receiver they've taken in the first round since 2002.
From Texas.
When they announced that, I think that's what kind of got the big pop out of that crowd. Didn't they pick up Savion Williams from TCU too? I think so.
In the second round?
Yeah. The Packers.
In the second round? Let me see. You say Green Bay?
Yeah.
They picked up Anthony Belton out of NC State.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I heard of Anthony Belton.
Nah. Mm-hmm. The team that really got a good steal out of this draft. This ain't me being a hater, bro. I'm just being real. Hey, OG's Vikings got a steal at the end of the third round last night, bro. My main man out of Maryland got them.
Jay.
Tay
Philton be out. Yeah, he be balling up. Yeah, that wide receiver.
Yeah, Tay Philton. Yeah.
I seen him.
This is my second time hearing about him.
Bro, he got hands, dog.
Yeah, he a dog.
Yeah,
a dog. Yeah, he's getting man here.
Yeah. I see.
I think that's the same school Stephon Diggs went to, and I think he broke.
Stephon Diggs.
He went to Maryland.
Oh yeah, feel that turd, baby.
But not real talk. Look at that offense though with Minnesota, bro. You got Jefferson, Addison, Hawkinson, and now my main man from Maryland,
Felton. Yeah,
bro. Good luck, man.
I agree with Mark.
Bro, that's a pick your poison for real. Because again, all JJ McCarthy got to do is just throw it in his direction. He's gonna catch it, man.
Facts. What's the name was bigging him up? Will put him over big time. Louis Riddick. Louis Riddick really loved that dude, bro.
Louis know his stuff with college football.
Yeah, bro. Louis Riddick was putting over Tay Felton. Like he said, "Yo, Minnesota got something, bro."
Yeah, I'm real happy for Minnesota for that one. Not even on no hate, not even on no sarcasm.
For real. The Vikings.
That was steal, bro.
The Vikings. I think the Vikings are gonna have top 3 offense in the league, bro. We're picking this guy up for what Louis Riddick said. Take my money, honey. Take my money. I'm gonna leave it alone, though. I ain't gonna say that, guy. Love to the Vikes, though. Love to the Vikes. See these 2 Maryland guys right here, so they know. They know.
That's my first love when it comes to college, bro.
Yeah,
I seen him in action up here.
Yeah,
College Park, the university down the street from my house.
See, I agree with Louis Riddick, bro. If Louis Riddick said it, I'm with it.
Yeah,
if he said it, I'm with it, bro. Because Louis Riddick is like Mark just say, man. That dude knows some. He knows some college, and he's a damn good scout.
Louis Riddick,
Bucky Brooks. That's a fact.
When it comes to the draft evaluation, I don't even pay attention to Mel Kiper and all the rest of them.
No, do Mel Kiper, bro. No.
Who the hell is Mel Kiper?
Exactly, bro. He's a headache. He's a headache, bro. He's a headache. Like
got it.
I don't remember the last time he's been on, like spot on with his drafts. I don't remember the last time he's been spot on with it.
He taking a hurting with this one.
Yeah, big time. All right, so let's go back to Mark, my man. The Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders had the number 6 draft pick here, and the Raiders chose running back Ashton Genty out of the University of Boise State. So my question to the Pioneer, Mr. Young Mark, how you feel with Ashton Genty joining the Las Vegas Raiders? How do you feel with that pick?
I feel amazing. It'll quite literally be the first time since 2023, maybe 2024, where I feel incredibly confident like the Raiders are going to have a consistent running game. We haven't really had that since Josh left us in free agency, and then even still his last year in Josh McDermott's system, he wasn't really productive like that. So I'm really excited to have Genty because not only is he a good running back with the perfect balance like speed and power, he can catch the ball out of the backfield. He's really good at pass protection, which is very important from a running back. That's the most underrated skill that a running back can have. So to have him along with Geno, along with the rebuilt offensive line, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm pretty gosh darn confident going into this season. Like this is the most confidence I've had in my Raiders in quite a while. And then the moves that we made in the draft, while they weren't the moves that I personally would have wanted them to make, I can't lie. Pete Carroll and Spytech have been spot on with these picks, building the offensive line, adding to the weapons on offense, addressing the secondary. Hey, these picks hit, man, and that culture get going. Hey, look out for the Raiders, bro. We got the NFC East this year, bro. And I'm actually looking forward to all 4 of them games. Real talk.
Oh yeah.
I want to see Jalen Carter against Ashton Genty. Early in the season. I need to see that.
Yeah. As a Raiders fan, man, I'm definitely excited with the pick. We haven't had we lost Josh Jacobs, who was at the time one of our best running backs since probably
Latavius Murray.
LT. I agree, LT. But more to me, more of Napoleon Kaufman type dude, because Coughlin was that dual back. He catch out of the backfield, he run the ball.
He was ahead of his time.
Charlie Garner. What about Charlie Garner?
Charlie Garner. Oh God, that AFC Championship game against Tennessee Titans, boy. Charlie, let's go, boy. Charlie Garner, boy. What? Well, Charlie Garner, baby. I was like, let's go, Chucky. Let's go. Don't give you hype. But yeah, this is a good pick, man. I'm glad that the Raiders, like Mark said, Spytech and Pete Carroll has been on. I can tell Pete Carroll has his hand in this draft. I could just tell with the guys that he's drafting. I could tell he got his hand in the pot. I'm glad that they chose this guy right here. Only thing about it I don't like, and I know people are going to say, well, Host, you just got to deal with it. He's just so small. And small running backs really don't – they're just not – small players alone, just not really longevity-wise successful. But, hey, this guy could just change history around, man. I'm not really a fan of small running backs, but, again, they compared him when we drafted him. They compared him to Emmitt Smith. I'm not an Emmitt Smith fan whatsoever. But I'm just not an Emmitt Smith fan. No shade, but I just don't see Emmitt Smith, bro. I just don't see what everybody be talking about because he ran behind the best offensive line in NFL history. I can run behind that line and go to Hall of Fame and be the leading rusher and all that. Yeah. But anyway, I like the guy. Explosive speed, great pick. He's going to bring great energy, and he's a great addition to the Raiders offense. Now we just need Hunter Renfrow to come on back. Oh, man, this is going to be exciting for the Raiders Nation. Huh?
Nah, I got something better than that. OG, you got You right?
Yeah, I've the back I wanted y'all to get, which we could have got. I wish we would have baby game was Omarion Hampton. I was big on him. I think he would have been better. I'm telling you, that dude right there, y'all gonna see him because he playing for the Chargers. Y'all gonna see him. That boy gonna be nice.
But they keep waiting on us. Oh, Hampton.
Yeah, he gonna be nice.
I'm surprised Denver didn't take him because they need somebody to replace Devontae. But I agree with Q-Dog, man.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. But I'm glad we got this guy. He brings a lot of energy, man. He's gonna bring some excitement and some youth to that running back position, which has been brought back thanks to Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry from last year. All righty. The Jacksonville Jaguars. Oh, let me get my Jacksonville Jaguars is on the clock, and they did the most ballsiest move I've ever seen in all my years of watching the draft. This is the blockbuster. I never seen this shit happen before, but this is how you do business. Sometimes you have to be aggressive, and this is how you do business. And shout out the Khan family. They broke barriers with this one, but taking coming from 5th to take the 2nd pick, they chose Heisman Trophy winner out of Colorado / cornerback / wide receiver, Travis Hunter, ladies and gentlemen. So my question to the MVP is, how do you feel about the Jacksonville Jaguars' first pick being Heisman Trophy winner, Travis Hunter? The MVP went away. What's going on with the internets, man?
Oh, nah, my bad. My youngin was right there.
Oh, okay.
She was tearing up and stuff, so I had to tell her.
Okay.
Put on pause right quick.
No problem.
I mean, I'm very ecstatic about the pick. You know, we solidified, like I said, 2 positions with one guy. You know, like Mark said, I believe we were the only team that was going to probably allow him to play wide receiver and cornerback, because we actually had we needed both. We needed a wide receiver and a cornerback. So you know, and I do understand that I'm also a part of it. I do understand the optics of it. You know, the NFL game is much more of a strenuous task to try to go and play. Go on a 12-play drive with the offense, and then go out there and try to stop stop the opposing team's offense after just coming off of the field and scoring on the opposing team's defense. So you know, it's a lot going on there. But like to quote my head coach, they're going to be fluid when it comes to allowing Travis Hunter to explore both sides of the ball. You know, we've seen him do it in college at a very high level. So I mean, I'm all for seeing how he does and the packages that they have him in and things of that nature. And I'm excited because we got 2 good wide receivers that can really explode on corners. And then on top of that, we got a wide receiver that can go out there and score on a team's best corner, and then go on the opposite side of the ball and shut down the team's best wide receiver. So I like where we're going there. He gonna put asses in seats. Excuse me.
There you go. No, you're fine. You're fine.
And I like the route that we were going, because we are building a new stadium in a few years or so, and we're going to have to be able to sell tickets going to a replacement stadium while we get our new stadium done. So I like the route we're going. We also picked up a good cornerback from Tulane, got a lineman from West Virginia. You know how those linemen are that come out of the Big 12.
Caleb Ransall is his name?
Yeah, that's who we got from Tulane, the cornerback. Yeah. The lineman from West Virginia, I think he was a guard, but he can play right tackle and things of that nature. So, usually them guys that comes from the Big 12 on the O line, they can block. And they some maulers. So, and I like that we went with the running back from Virginia Tech, Tootin. I can't say his first
Shout out to
name,
him.
but
He's a former Aggie too. He went to UT at one point.
Yeah, I remember his name. That's why I was like, yo, he did sound familiar because when we was living there, he backed up Tariq Cohen at didn't he back up Tariq?
No, that's way you going way far back. He ain't that old.
Okay.
So
damn, I was in Greensboro for like 8 years, cuz.
Philly G just dropped some news. Sam Howell just got traded to the Vikings.
Ooh. Yeah, with them getting Jalen Milroe now, they don't need him. Mark told me they was thinking about trading Sam Howell.
Wow.
That was another thing that surprised me. Y'all quarterback from Alabama got drafted before got drafted by Seattle. I was like, whoa. But they must see the guy that Mike McDaniel up there. He must see comparisons to Lamar Jackson to run that style.
No way, not Miro. Oh,
but I'm just saying. I mean, hey.
I get where you're going. I get where you're going. But
I was really excited about us getting a first pick. Our first pick being Travis Hunter, him being a Heisman Trophy winner.
Big move,
it checks the boxes, and he's happy to be there. Like in his interview, I watched his interview. My guy got a football in his hand already. In his introduction interview, he took the football out of the coach's hands, sitting there answering questions. He even told us we made the best decision by picking him up when he was talking to our staff. So yeah, I'm all for it. Can't wait to get my son this jersey.
I know that's real. Travis Hunter to me, he's going to be a big star. You could just see the charisma all over him. He's going to be a big star in this league. He's going to sell a lot of tickets for Jacksonville. Now, but my question to you, Rock, because you are a Jacksonville Jaguars expert, so I'm going to put you right there on the Jacksonville Jaguars coaching staff right now and ask you, how many snaps do you play this guy? Do you play him majority offense or do you play majority defense? Do you go 70-30, 60-40? How would you play a hybrid guy like Travis Hunter?
Now, as far as with the offense, we'll give him as far as having an offense, I'll probably give him 60% of the snaps on offense. Mm-hmm. On defense, make it about, like you said, 60-40 per se, because he's that much of a good talent that you're going to need him on them crucial downs, on your money downs, this third down. We need to get this team off the field so we can get the ball back. I understand the way of thinking when it goes to that. Dang, man, what if, everything of that nature? What if he can get injured or anything of that nature, or it might be too much on him? But the way I look at it is, man, this guy's a football player.
Yes, sir.
And all he does is study. All he does is hone in on his craft as being an ultimate dominant football player, as he was all of last college season. So I will use him use him 70% of the time. We need him on offense.
70-30.
Yeah. My bad. I said 60-40.
60-40. 60-40.
Yeah.
Okay.
60% of the time on offense, and them crucial third downs or them 2nd and 15s, things of that nature.
Oh yeah.
We bringing them in there on the package because those are the money downs where you gotta hone in from trying to get the deep ball thrown on you. You know what I'm saying? But first downs and majority of first downs, I will have him on the sideline getting his win, going over where we're gonna put him in certain spots and things of that nature. Because, like you said, this is a man's game in the NFL. Yeah. So we know the physicality and is going to take a toll on him at some point. We don't know what week it's going to be next season. Yeah. But when we come back and have this conversation sometime next season, we're gonna be like, y'all, dang, you think y'all probably gonna ask me, Rock, how much more can Travis Hunter go out there and do?
Exactly.
So we see the writing on the wall and things of that nature. So, but we just gonna make sure that we take our time, be patient with this young brother.
That is the key word.
And give him the tools to be successful when he needs to be out there on the field.
I know one guy that is really excited is Trevor Lawrence. He should be excited because you talking about a weapon. Excuse me, a weapon that he. You know, this is something that he's been waiting for. So, great pick, ballsy pick, man. And man, I wish the best for Jacksonville. I think they're going to turn this shit around in Tennessee, and
our division got better.
Jacksonville.
The AFC South is
the AFC South is here.
It's not the laughing stock division
no
more. I believe our division got at least way more better. Honestly, us and the Titans got better than the Texans and the Colts.
Yeah,
and that's who they went running away with the division, the Colts or the Texans. But I believe we got better than the Texans, and Tennessee got better overall as well because they got their guy. Got a franchise player, and they done really well with their other picks as well.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. No.
I think Indianapolis going to be the bottom feeder team in our division.
Oh yeah. I see that coming. I mean, for the next couple of years. Yeah. I'm sorry, Aunt Rich. Sorry. But Q. Billy G just dropped a bombshell, man. Says Sam Howell is now a Viking. How you feel about that?
Oh man, I think I seen something on that about a week ago. They were trying to work something out to get him. Well, I just trust in KOC. That's the only thing about that. And I'm gonna leave that alone.
There you go.
That's just done said right there. When you got a quarterback whisper like KOC, you don't question it.
Don't question him. Let the man work. Huh?
That's big facts.
Yeah. He did it with Sam Darnold. He got Sam Howell. I feel sorry for Sam Howell because he can't get a freaking job, man. You go to Washington. He was the guy for a second. Here come your boy coming in, and then you go to Seattle. Okay, Geno took off, so now he thinking, "Hey, I'm the guy." Oh no, here comes Sam Darnold. Like, God, he can't get a break. He just can't get a break. Q, you still there? No.
Can I ask Rock a question?
Yes, sir.
Real quick?
Yes, sir.
So Rock, just out of curiosity, like nobody knows the Jaguars better than you that I personally know. If Travis Hunter wasn't an option at 2, and you guys would have had to stay at 5, where do you think Jacksonville would have gone in the first round?
Great question.
We just took Genty. You'd have been mad at me, bro. we just took Genty.
Yeah.
Because y'all took the best. I believe y'all, and like what Q-Dog said, the Chargers, y'all took the best 2 backs early, that was on the board early in everyone's draft board. Genty and Amari and Hampton were the two best backs rated over all the other guys. So if we wouldn't have went, I say if we wouldn't have traded for number 2, I think we would have took a running back.
Okay. So you think they were writing on the wall for ETN or just
nah? Because if you notice with Tampa last year, they had my guy. I had him on fantasy football last year, but I traded him away. He did numbers. I'm
talking about White.
Nah, the younger
or Bucky Irvin.
Yeah, Bucky Irvin. And they still had Rashad White, and they still had another guy to offset them two to come in if they, so it's always good to have 3 running backs, man, because running back by committee, you are still you're giving your offense 3 different phases. You got you got 2 dual power backs that got speed with them, as far as with Tank Bigsby and Tootin. Then we got our elusive back that we can use as in the receiving game in Travis Etienne. So on them third and sevens where we don't need to feel like we got to have Bigsby and Tootin in there to have the passing game going, we have ETN in there. And then on those 3rd and 2s or them 3rd and 3 where we need to run the ball, we got 2 backs we can go to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's a good thing because you can never not have a good enough running backs in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very true. You need a plethora because they go down fast. They take a beat. They take a beating.
Their value might not be there, but their value is there on the field. We all know that.
Damn right.
The money value might not be there, but they are valuable on the field.
You need a 1-2 punch in the NFL. It's just what it is. You need a power and a speed. You need a 1-2 punch in the running game. Q, you there? Froze again. Frozen in time. Frozen. You guys don't choose Spectrum. So hey, don't choose Spectrum, bro.
Hey man, I don't work there no more. Ain't no sweat off my back.
I know that's right, dog. I know that's right. Yeah, man. There you go. Hey, Q. So
Yes, sir.
your Vikings had the 24th pick in the 2025 draft. You guys finished last season 14-3, third best team in the NFL. You guys chose Donovan Jackson, offensive tackle out of Ohio State. How you feel about that?
I feel real good about it. I think Quasi and Kevin O'Connor after the Rams game last year, they stayed true to their word that they was going to definitely add beef to their offensive line. I was saying a couple of years ago, and then last year, we have to get rid of the interior of the offensive line. They brought in Price, Ryan, and now Jackson. Then we always had the bookend. So this is going to be arguably if it's not going to be the top 1 or top 2 offensive line in the league next year. But they really addressed that. They really wanted to put up a wall for J.J. McCarthy. Also adding Jordan Mason. They really put emphasis on the running game. They really did. Oh, yeah. And so not being able to pound the ball inside the goal line and all that. So that Kevin O'Connor knew that was something that we had to address. And I feel real good about this.
Mm-hmm. I like that. And then he went off. I'm glad he got it in. All right. So, man, we got the Raiders. Again, man, the Raiders chose Ashton Genty out of Boise State. Let's go. The Jacksonville Jaguars chose at the number 2. They chose the Heisman Trophy winner, Travis Hunter. And the Minnesota Vikings, they chose Donovan Jackson, offensive tackle out of the university. Well, I put some respect on their name. The defending national champion Ohio State Buckeyes. They chose Donovan Jackson. I have a bitterness against Ohio State, but not really, because last time we played in the championship, we beat the brakes off of them. Devontae Smith scored 4 touchdowns, but I'm going to leave that alone. Roll Tide, baby. Browns took Sanders. Philly G said the Browns took Shadur. Mark?
Yeah, man.
Wow. Cleveland?
I'm so done with the NFL draft at this point.
Cleveland, bro?
Like, what the hell sense does this make? Like, I'm so happy for him, but like this is where I'm about to.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, host.
No. Go ahead. Ran it.
You literally have an old ass Joe Flacco, a can't get it done Kenny Pickett.
Nope.
And you took Dylan Gabriel last night. What the hell was the point of you adding Shadur? This
Exactly.
makes no sense. Like, I appreciate the fact he's going to play with Kevin Stefanski, who knows a thing or two about offense. But what the hell, bro? Like,
yeah, why take Dylan Gabriel if he was going to take?
What?
And like you talking about, you don't want to have cameras in the locker room because he's going to be a backup and all that shit. What the hell is the point?
This is dumb. This is dumb, bro.
Like Cleveland just makes stupid moves and
that's dumb as shit right there, bro.
Man. Like
this
is the type of shit that Coach Prime was trying to say he didn't want to have happen to Shadur in the pre-draft process. Like I don't like this at all, bro. And like
I don't like it either, bro.
Shadur Sanders is like single-handedly turned this draft into the 2014 Royal Rumble for me. If y'all like, for those who know what I'm talking about, that's my Daniel Bryan, and all the names are getting called, and it's everybody but Daniel Bryan who I really want to see. But I swear to God, I can't make heads or tails of this pick. Like I genuinely don't. I don't get it. Like, what do you get from this? You literally on your roster right now, you have Deshaun Watson, who can't even play, who you're paying an arm and a leg. Kenny Pickett, who ain't hit on shit. Joe Flacco, who's old as dirt. Dylan Gabriel, who you took in the 3rd round. And now Shadur, who you took in the 5th. Like, this is way different than Washington in 2012 with Kirk in the 4th and Robert Griffin in the 1st. Because they view Kirk as being a potential backup.
Good point.
What NFL team carries 4 quarterbacks at the same time?
That's crazy.
Like, go ahead and put Deshaun on injured reserve because we're not going to see him. But Flacco, Pickett, Gabriel, and Shadur, like, are you going to convert him to wide receiver or some shit? Like,
hold on, they got 5 quarterbacks.
Yes, they have 5 QBs on their roster right now. Watson.
Damn, when you
Flacco,
just said Kenny Pickett, yo, I just realized,
Gabriel,
he did get traded.
Sanders, like, nothing, bro. Like, the NFL really. I'm not trying to put on my tinfoil hat. I'm not.
Fuck that. Play Super Bowl crap.
But like, this was really feeling like Charlie Ward and Warren Moon 2.0 up until this point. And to see this man get picked to go to football hell in Cleveland, like,
yeah, Cleveland, bro.
The only all right, I'm gonna be positive. Here's a silver lining to this. The competition in front of him ain't really hitting on too much. Like, it's not very difficult competition ahead of him. I feel like he's a better quarterback than Gabriel. He's definitely better than Kenny Pickett, punk ass. No shade. And he's gonna be better than Deshaun Watson at this point, because I don't even know why Deshaun's even still on the roster, to keep it real with you. I really don't. At this point, I would just say eat the salary cap hit and go on about your day with him. It didn't work. You shouldn't have gotten rid of Baker Mayfield, but I really need to know why the hell Shadur slid as far as he did, because it literally felt like you can't say it was a racial issue when you just had a black quarterback go number 1 overall back-to-back years. It can't be about race. It can't be because he's overly confident or in some people's eyes arrogant about his game, because a couple of years ago, ironically enough, 7 years ago on this day, Baker freaking Mayfield went number 1 overall in the draft. It couldn't have been character concerns, because in that same draft 7 years ago, Josh Allen went in the 1st round after a video and some old tweets and him using racial slurs came out before the draft. It couldn't have been on the field because the dude is a freaking Johnny Unitas Award winner and the former Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year this year. So what the hell was the reason? Like, that's the part that infuriates me so much about this situation, because, like, why did this happen? For him to be as widely regarded as he was across multiple platforms from multiple people, why did this happen? Like, you really know, and this is where I'm gonna end it, and I ain't trying to start no controversy or nothing like that, but you know it's some bullshit going on when even Donald freaking Trump is coming out speaking against the NFL in support of Shadur Sanders over the bullshit that's going on. Tom Brady is supposed to be heavily involved in the Raiders draft process, publicly endorses Shadur, is a mentor for him, but Tom Brady ain't got enough clout to get the Raiders to take him. Mike Tomlin had every golden opportunity to take it, like, literally playing with house money to get him, and he passed on him. And the one team that ain't gonna do shit with him in the NFL, the one team that can never get a quarterback right and has been struggling to draft quarterback after quarterback after quarterback after quarterback since 1999, is now the place that he got to call home. And he the 5th quarterback on the roster. Oh nah, bro.
I feel you, bro.
Sorry, y'all. Like, this is
man. You okay? You okay,
bullshit, bro?
Speak your mind, bro.
This is some straight up bullshit,
It's a stupid process, because
this is stupid. Come on with it.
What'd you take Dylan Gabriel for last night? If you want to take Shadur Sanders, you could have took him in that spot and then been okay. But I honestly agree with you, Mark. They did this in spite of his dad, man. They did this to stick it to his
But
father.
even if that's the case, why
Because
didn't
they
you
don't
do
even
it to
got his
Eli
brother getting
Manning?
drafted. They don't even got Shiloh getting drafted.
Mm-mm.
And he
If
came
it
out and
was if
said,
it was
man, they
all
did
about
this to
Coach
you. I'm
Prime,
afraid what they
bro,
going to do to me.
I don't understand this shit, Rock. I don't understand this about American sports culture at all. It was cool when Archie Manning did it for Eli, but when
Yeah,
LeVar Ball
Yep.
was doing it for his sons, it was an issue. When Coach
Yeah.
Prime is standing up for his sons, it's an issue. So
Yep.
because
Yep.
a father
our
can't be involved in his kid's life. Like, are you for
Exa-
real?
because
Exactly.
the stereotype is our dad, our skin color, we're used to our dad. The stereotype is in America that our fathers shouldn't be doing that much because in the world they wasn't around. If you think about it, the notion is black fathers not around. But now when you see black fathers around, we gotta hone in and say, oh no, he can't do. Why is he acting that way? But you're right. Eli Manning's Archie Manning stopped Eli from going to San Diego.
That's true.
He did the same thing with Peyton. He said, "Nah, if Peyton want to go play for the Colts, if he
Yeah,
gets
because
drafted
the
anywhere else,
Jets, if he would have came out the year before, he would have been with the Jets and
You would have been with
Parcells.
Jets.
Man,
I'm just saying though. Peyton Manning said the same thing. He said, if y'all don't draft me, I'm gonna kick your butt every year. But I think what it was, Sean Payton made a statement, and I think that's what made teams start to think about, yo, dang. And I think that's what the Cleveland Browns thought about. We did just pass by this dude. And if he get
but
drafted
what was
within
the
our
point?
division, we're gonna have to see. I think that's what it was. They didn't want nobody else in their division to come up and practically bring them on. Just think about it. If he'd have got picked up by Cincinnati, backing up Joe
Cincinnati would
Burrow.
have had no use for him. Like
But I'm just
respectfully,
saying, Joe Burrow gets hurt a lot.
because the Rams don't necessarily need his
The
skill
Rams didn't
set.
they didn't need him because they kept Matthew Stafford if they was gonna keep if they weren't gonna
They
get rid
got
of
rid of
Matthew
Jared Goff
Stafford,
because Jared Goff has the same skill set that Shadur Sanders
Yeah.
has. But
I'm just saying, I think that's why Cleveland took him. I think they got scared that within the division, if he was going to be a
that's still
backup for one of them
stupid,
other
Rock.
quarterbacks in the division,
That's
it's going to be
still
scary.
incredibly stupid. Out of all the holes you have on your team, you could have used that third round pick that you took on Dylan Gabriel. You could have added another valuable piece to your team.
Or add another pass rusher because they didn't.
And then also another reason why this trade is against why this selection is stupid in my opinion for it to go to Cleveland. And this is no shade at all to you, Rock. You my dog, and I love you dearly. Cleveland, we already know, is probably going to be trash in 2025. They're already going to have a first-round pick.
Mhm.
Jacksonville might, God forbid, turn out to be trash next year, and then they're going to have a second early first-round pick in the draft next year.
Yeah.
That would have been the time to maybe take the high-profile quarterback prospect you might need because you would have two shots at him next year.
Mhm.
What in the hell is the point of an NFL team having 5 quarterbacks on the roster at the same time, bro? Like,
Yeah. Who gonna get cut?
I really wish Jerry Jones would have taken a chance on him and had him sit behind Dak. I wish it could have been the Raiders. I really wish it would have been Pittsburgh. But for him to go to Cleveland,
Like
bro,
that, Joe. He could have. Now you think about it. I mean, because it's just crazy.
he
Like,
wouldn't fit their offense. That's the big issue. He does not Shadur's skill set, and I'm saying this completely objectively. His skill set does not fit what Sean McVay wants to do. Sean McVay wants a quarterback with a big arm who can roll out of the pocket on play action. That's why they signed Baker Mayfield when they did, and he beat us, and that's why they went and traded for Stafford.
yeah.
Jared Goff can't really do that because Jared Goff ain't really got the arm like that to get it downfield. And that's the similar things that people are saying about Shadur. But I'm just why Cleveland, bro? Like this.
I think his pro day hurt him too. Why he slid because he was
I
throwing
don't
a
give
lot
a
of
damn
wobblers.
about a pro
He was
day, bro.
he was throwing some ducks on them short throws.
I don't give a damn. I really don't. Like no bullshit. Jamarcus Russell had one of the best pro days of all time.
Yeah,
and how
that's
did he
true.
turn out?
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater had a shitty pro day and still went in the first round to Minnesota.
Million,
Johnny Manziel was strung out on drugs and partying every goddamn weekend, and he still went in the first round.
Who?
So what the hell is the issue, bro?
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean,
seriously, somebody in NFL really need to tell me, like, bro, what in the world is the reason behind this, dog? Pro days do not matter. You're
So
doing scripted throws and shorts. I don't give a
I
damn.
mean,
You put on the goddamn tape and the man can play. I stayed up till 2 a.m. to watch him play Colorado State. His whole team was banged up. Travis Hunter got knocked out of the game early, and Shadur
I remember
Sanders went to GOAT
yeah,
mode in
yeah,
the
yeah.
clutch and won that game for
that. He
them.
did
He
win the
did
game.
that multiple
That was a
times.
high scoring
Bro.
ass game, boy. That was a high scoring
Like,
game.
Or the cats that play last year where they showed the similarities to Cordell Stewart throwing a touchdown pass to end the game in Colorado, and then Shadur went and did the exact same thing for Colorado to win the game. So I don't understand what Cleveland was thinking, but I honestly do think that they did that so nobody else in their division can have him as a backup. Because I honestly think Pittsburgh dropped the ball because Pittsburgh don't have a starting quarterback.
Objectively, Philly G and Milroe is my trigger for this conversation. Respectfully, bro, Milroe is ass. Milroe cannot throw the ball to save his life. He is an athlete, not a quarterback. He needs the most development passing the football out of a quarterback prospect I've seen since maybe
Blake
Anthony
Bortles?
Richardson and Malik Willis. He's
Since
on
Blake
that
Bortles?
levels of raw as a passer. I don't know what y'all saw in Blake Bortles over Derek Carr, but God bless you. But
My thing is we looking at Shadur in this situation. Look at Joe Flacco. How you think Joe Flacco feels? Flacco came back to Cleveland because he knew he was going to be the guy because Deshaun. So now it's like, and I know Flacco's humble. He don't mind, 39 years old, take the back seat or whatever. I get that. But how you think he feel? Like, and I agree with Mark. Mark just went on a rant, and he is absolutely right. And the MVP stated as well. Why choose Dylan Brooks? I said Brooks. Lord have mercy. Well, why choose Dylan? Why choose this guy?
Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel. I'm sorry. Sanders can learn from. No, bro. Flacco? No.
Flacco is a
I get it.
He's a former Super Bowl champion, former Super Bowl MVP.
I get Philly G, and he's right, but
you're making it worse. You're making my rant worse when you say that shit, because the knock on Shadur Sanders that he's too much of a traditional pocket passer. He doesn't have any mobility. Joe Flacco is old as all shit and cannot move in the pocket to save his life. But he is a sought after quarterback in the league. So what the hell is the difference, dog?
Shadur should, and again, we're not NFL.
He is mobile. He just not. He just don't go. They just don't make design runs for him.
Like,
he mobile enough to get out of the pocket. He mobile enough. He mobile. If Baker Mayfield mobile enough to get out of the goddamn pocket, Shadur Sanders is mobile enough to get out of the pocket. And be honest with you, Cam Ward ain't even that fast. He ain't that mobile. He just got a big arm.
Accurate.
And he accurate as hell. But they wasn't running design runs for a mobile quarterback. Is when they run design runs for you. And the only mobile quarterback that got drafted in this draft was your boy Milroe. He was the only mobile quarterback that I can really say that was actually defined as a mobile quarterback in this draft. With Coach Alabama, y'all was running read options for him. Y'all was running actual quarterback reads for him. I don't get the process, man. Like, I thought it was what you do on the field that gets you where you're supposed to get, not how somebody feels about how you carry yourself as a person. Can this man go out here? Is he a leader of men? We done seen a bunch of people say that they leader of men, but they character issues is some garbage.
I don't want to hear about character issues either. Baltimore took a dude with 2 sexual assault allegations against him. His character issues weren't enough for him to not get drafted early.
Rock said something in the beginning of the show where actually when I got to Rock, he made a statement about the Indianapolis Colts, and he's surprised why they go tight end. Shadur would have been good at the Colts. Like he needs a team that he He has the talent. He's a very talented quarterback. I think I was talking to Philly G earlier today, and I said, Shadur Sanders, I don't understand why nobody picked him. I know, the pro day, he had, maybe it's his image, maybe because he had his hat backwards and he was a little cocky, but who ain't these days? Who ain't? But my thing is, the guy is talented. He's talented as shit. So the Colts need a quarterback. They got Daniel Jones. And they got Anthony Richardson. Like Anthony Richardson, we all know is fading in the background year after year after year. And he could definitely get the starting nod. I ain't gonna say put him as a starter, but he could definitely get a couple of reps in with Daniel Jones as quarterback. But I would rather see him, me personally, I thought he was gonna go to Pittsburgh. The world know at 21, okay, Pittsburgh about to go ahead and get this guy. But I just don't understand why. These are the questions I want to know. Why did he not go? Why Pittsburgh failed to get this guy? Are you putting your eggs in the basket for Aaron Rodgers? It got to be.
Apparently.
If
they would have taken Shadur at 21, ain't no way in hell they would have gotten in.
But I want to know Pittsburgh's mentality. If you're waiting on a 40-year-old quarterback, 41-year-old quarterback, instead of taking a future guy like this guy, who again, he is very talented. It's not terrible at all. He's a great quarterback. And I don't get why. I don't understand the mindset of these guys. Like, there's no way that this guy should have been, what, 7th round, 6th round?
5th round. He was a 5th round pick.
That's bull. Like he should have not been that. Look, people are going to say, oh, he's cocky. And oh, he is. But like I said, who's not? I don't care.
You wasn't an issue for Manziel.
No, you can play
in this world
quarterback.
Have confidence, man. I told myself, I was like, man, it's nothing wrong with being great. Sometimes you got to tell yourself that it's nothing wrong with being great at what you do. Why is that a problem? Why does that seem like it's a problem when we say it? You know what I'm saying? When we have to bring ourselves up with our own confidence and swag, I feel like it's a problem when we say it.
People say cockiness. Kobe Bryant was cocky. Magic Johnson was cocky. But they won championships. You have to be cocky. You have to be that way in order to be in the land of giants. That's what Kobe Bryant said. He had to be that way in a land of giants. This guy, I just don't understand it, man. Cleveland, I really hope Shadur come ball out. I don't understand the direction that the Cleveland Browns are going. I don't believe Cleveland understand themselves. I think it's a desperation move just to be grabbing somebody because, again, you grab Dylan Gabriel, who could definitely be the future of your team. But then you go into, I just don't. You got two guys, Dylan Gabriel and Shadur Sanders, like on the same team. Like what? Q, before you go out, how you feel, man, with the Cleveland Browns choosing Shadur Sanders?
Well,
there it goes. But it's damn, like we are literally 7 picks past Sanders getting picked, and they still talking about him. Caleb Williams was cocky too. Yeah, everybody was. You have to be. I'm cocky because this is the best podcast on YouTube out of 70-something thousand. Gotta be. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it, man? I don't know. Something fishy about this, man. The guy shouldn't be. And look, if you're gonna say cocky, don't punish him like that, because the guy is very goddamn talented, man. I talked to Philly G earlier, man, and I agree with Philly G. He said enough is enough, and I agree. Enough is enough. Okay, if you don't want him, then okay, all right. First round, all right, cool. Second round, all right, cool. But third, fourth, fifth. You chose Milroe over this guy? Milroe sucks to me, bro. He is one of the worst quarterbacks goddamn Alabama has produced. I don't know. Q, as you were saying before you was getting cut out.
I was just saying that I'm glad it got picked up by somebody. This truly is a reflection, not getting at this young man, but they're just trying to get at his father. I mean, we know that Dion, I've seen Dion when he first came in the league. The immaculate matchup of him and Jerry Rice is the best matchup of all times you will ever want to see. I mean, this man right here personified the position to the point that there is nobody that's gonna play that position better. And he talked the talk and he walked the walk. Not only did he was just good at what he did. He didn't tell you. He told you and showed you. So I mean, I think that just they just felt like I guess they didn't want a prototype of their daddy back in the league again. But I mean, that just is a shame that because he wore that last name on his back that he got to get.
Damn. I think I know where he's going with as far as that last name. I want to know how Shiloh feel. Like
we all on that.
What the fuck?
That's what I said. Shiloh
That's
said.
what Shiloh jokingly said Thursday night. He was like, they making Shadur wait. They definitely gonna make him wait.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you know it's bad when you hoping Ty Simpson takes over. I love Monroe, but even I've said he's ass. Yeah, of course. He blew Michigan. He blew the game. He blew it, bro.
On a run play at that too.
He blew it.
Yeah, something he specialized in. He couldn't get the job done for y'all. And that Vanderbilt game. That's
Vanderbilt.
That's when I started to say, bro, this dude might
Georgia.
Not get drafted. But that Vanderbilt game was crazy.
Vanderbilt, out of 62 games, we played Vanderbilt.
Yeah, y'all was 62 and y'all was 62 61 and 0 against Vanderbilt and
we lose to because this dude
was under Nick Saban though.
That
was under Nick Saban, the coach from Oregon. That's what y'all got, right? That's the old coach from Oregon.
Washington.
Oh, you went to Washington.
Taylor DeBoer. We lost to them under Taylor DeBoer. If that was under Nick Saban, that wouldn't have went down.
Yeah,
that is
80 to nothing.
Yeah, exactly. We would have killed them. But yes, sir.
I got a question for you, host, because you've been around the sports world longer than me. How come in the NBA it's almost like coveted for you to take the son of a former player, but apparently the NFL is a problem?
Yeah, I agree.
Why is that? Is this extra? Like, I know they're unrelated, but I wonder if there's like any NFL personnel people or anybody in NFL front offices who saw the pomp and circumstance and all the hoopla that was around the most recent NBA draft with Bronny. I wonder if that played a part in this too.
That's a great question. I think LeBron James is a brand. That's what I said. I think last show that we had. LeBron James his name is a brand. It's just not LeBron James. You got LeBron James, the man. You got LeBron James, the athlete. You got LeBron James, the brand. So, but now you got Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, and you got Coach Prime, the coach, and that's it. And you got Deion Sanders, the father. LeBron James' name carries more weight than Deion's. So that's why that was acceptable. But I agree with you, Mark, that if that's accepted in the NBA, it should be accepted in the NFL. What's wrong with Prime, basically politicking for your son? But what I see people, they don't want Deion. They don't want Deion or Prime or whatever you want to call him to be more involved in his son. Meaning, okay, it's like this. This is what I read on Facebook, and I know Facebook is garbage, but this is what I read, and it kind of makes sense. When Deion Prime first came to Colorado, all the celebrities, he brought everybody, celebrities, everybody, everything, right? If Shadur now is going to bring that same thing to Cleveland now. He's going to bring that shit. So now people, some teams don't want that. Some teams don't want all that publicity and all that. They don't want all that. They want the talent on the field. I get that, but also you are getting that talent on the field because I'm not saying that this guy, that's what I'm saying. I told Philly G this earlier when I talked to him. I can see if he was trash. Okay, I can see that. But he's not, bro. This guy's one of the top quarterbacks in the country. Are you kidding me? And you make this guy fifth? He ain't killed nobody. He ain't done no drugs. He ain't did none of that stuff. He's on my roster. I would hope the Raiders would have got him. I'm cool with that.
Everything about it made sense for us to get him because, like, I don't mean no shade and I don't mean no disrespect. You can't you trying to tell me Shadur would be worse than Aiden O'Connell with us?
True, Philly G. Yeah, I mean, you kidding me? I would have took him. They picked their son.
Like when
he made
other people.
I don't care what his last name is.
Jason Taylor's son got picked up by the Jets.
I don't care what his last name is. His dad wasn't a quarterback. This dude was a quarterback.
Yeah.
It wasn't an issue for Asante Samuel. It wasn't an issue for Joey Porter Jr.
It wasn't.
It wasn't an issue for
Peyton Manning, Archie Manning. Come on, man.
It's been used as a positive thing for Arch Manning since he was in high school. Like, people been applauding who
his son in the league,
who he come from. So
Arch is going to be the man in Texas now. He's going to be the man.
He's the man now. Cooper's son, Arch.
Yeah,
he's the man in Texas now because Quinn, who drafted Quinn? He ain't got drafted.
Nobody. He ain't got drafted yet.
But he's going to get drafted either today or sometime soon. Okay, so Arch is the man. Arch is the man, though. Either way it go, Arch is the man. He's set up to be the man because of the name of
Randy Moss' son. Randy Moss' son didn't get didn't he go undrafted?
Yeah, Thaddeus didn't get drafted. Yeah, he was on that offense with Joe Burrow when
he was
on the record.
Mason Taylor. Yeah, he got drafted to the Jets.
It's sad, man. And I take it from you two guys, man. You guys are fans of Shadur. I'm a fan of Shadur too. I think the guy is phenomenal. I think he's a great quarterback. I think as a kid, he don't get in trouble. He got his head on his shoulder. He got his dad. Yeah, his dad is there. But so what? I don't care about his dad. If I was an owner, I don't care about his dad. I don't care what his last name is. It's what you can do for me on the field. And I think that kid can do it, man.
Make a bold position.
Yeah,
make a bold prediction.
Yes, sir.
He gonna be the start. Shadur gonna be the starting quarterback for Cleveland come week 1.
I hope so, and I hope he ball out.
He gonna beat out all 4 of them guys, man.
I hope he ball out.
Deshaun Watson
you think he gonna beat out Flacco though?
No.
I'm not doubting what he's saying, but Flacco is the only real stiff competition that he got.
Flacco's going to be the starter because of his experience.
Yeah,
but that's going to tend to fade away soon.
But what I'm saying is
Baltimore twice. I'm sorry, Rob.
No. You go ahead, host. Finish your point. No, I can make my point.
When you got to play Baltimore twice. You got to play Pittsburgh. And you look at the Bengals. Their defense is but they're working on it. So it's like I don't think Flacco's 2-3 games. Okay, now you got Gabriel. You got Shadur. If I was Shadur, I'd be like, no, start Gabriel. Y'all took this long to get me? No, go ahead, start Gabriel. I'm gonna sit back and wait.
I would say the schedule come out next month, right? Maybe
14. Yes, sir.
Depending on what Cleveland first 4 games is gonna be like, then we can probably say, they may start Flacco. But if they playing if Cleveland playing Pittsburgh first game of the season or something like that, I would start Shadur Sanders. You got to. Because Pittsburgh they don't got a quarterback on their They
got Mason Rudolph.
Come on, brother.
Yeah.
Why did Mason Rudolph leave the first time?
Yeah, Mason Rudolph.
Pittsburgh didn't value him.
And they valued him now?
A couple of years ago, Mason Rudolph would be a great starter.
He looked. You
bridge quarterback, man.
I'm being so dead ass, right? Mason Rudolph literally led them to the playoffs, and they said, "We appreciate it, but we're good. We're gonna go with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields instead."
So now it was Kenny Pickett. That they went with Kenny Pickett instead.
No, Mason Rudolph was the one that replaced Kenny Pickett. Mason Rudolph is the reason why Kenny Pickett ain't a Steeler no more. Because
Yeah.
Mason took his job.
Mason is the guy now in Pittsburgh because
Yeah.
if Aaron Rodgers don't go there, he's going to be the guy. Mason Rudolph is going to be the guy. So now, but that's a lot of pressure on Mason Rudolph because can he handle? And I know he's been a starter before, but a full-time starter he's never been. Again, you got to play Baltimore twice.
I'm just saying this.
It's still 12. It's still
Pittsburgh don't want DK Metcalf getting all upset.
There you go.
They need to get that brother a signal call.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
And Mason can do that.
I get what you're saying, Mark.
DK is going to do this.
If DK Metcalf ain't getting a rock at a good amount of clip, yo.
Look, bro. George Pickens is the biggest diva in the NFL when he don't get the football. He was ecstatic when he was playing with Mason Rudolph. I know I'm biased. I know that's my college quarterback. Mason Rudolph ain't no chump. Mason Rudolph ain't no slouch.
Yeah.
But
I get you.
I still feel like in my heart of hearts, it would have been much better for them, for Pittsburgh, taking a flyer on Shadur when they had the chance.
Yeah.
You roll with Mason, and Mason hold on till he can't no more. Then you put Shadur in there. It ain't like Shadur gonna go in there naked. He got weapons. He got an offensive line. He got a running game. He got a defense. But I ain't an NFL.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Like nowadays, man, the signal caller, like when you hear a signal, when you hear a team and you hear their quarterback, your first mentality is, dang, how they gonna get down there? How's this quarterback going to put points on the board? Like if you look at Pittsburgh's offense, and I know what you said, Mason Rudolph, he did his thing years ago when he was with Pittsburgh. But Pittsburgh been to the playoffs with guys that usually just get it done for them. Like this year, Russell Westbrook and Justin Fields had to play time in order for Pittsburgh to make the playoffs. The year before that, Kenny Pickett had to play time, and then he got hurt, and then they brought in Mitchell Trubisky. So I mean, like
that year that you're talking about, where Kenny Pickett got hurt and they brought in Trubisky, that was also the year Mason came in and led them to the playoffs. He went on the road and
when they lost to the Browns, right?
And they beat Baltimore. No, they lost to Buffalo. They lost to Buffalo in I think it was the second round.
Okay.
Mason Rudolph got more playoff wins than Derek Carr.
Yeah, Derek Carr ain't been in the playoffs.
I don't know why New Orleans ain't take him.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah. I thought the Saints went with the quarterback from Louisville. I'm like,
Will Howard. Hey, did anybody drive here?
No.
Will Howard? Howard?
Yeah, nah.
This dude just won a national championship.
Howard's still out there.
Quinn Ewers was still out there.
When Ewers out there.
Coleman's still out there.
Who's still out there?
My boy Ollie Gordon ain't even been picked yet.
Yeah. I was surprised he ain't go.
Brandon Presley ain't been picked yet.
Who?
The wide receiver from Oklahoma State, Brennan Presley, number 80.
Okay.
He a slot receiver. Hands, don't drop the ball. He can get open and can catch anything thrown at him. But
I know this though, man. This draft has been
good.
One crazy one.
Yeah, this right here dropped the bombshell on me because I was excited, but now I'm kind of just disappointed because I just don't. I like fair treatment, and I don't think this kid got treated pretty fair.
He didn't, because now they can cut Shadur without any reason because he was a fifth rounder. So usually the fifth rounders don't make the roster. They on that borderline cut line in training camp and preseason. Yeah. So one thing we do know is he gonna play he gonna be in the first preseason game because that's when you usually throw out your fifth rounders or your.
I would say in the preseason, just early prediction. I don't know what Kenny Pickett's health situation is. Given Joe Flacco's advanced age and experience, I doubt we're going to see Flacco in any preseason games this year. So it's really going to be between Pickett, Gabriel, and Sanders. But my last thing on this, this is like the last thing I'm gonna say. I don't understand why a team who has been perennially bad for most of my life would waste a third round pick, because we hear all the time about how valuable talent is in the third round of the draft. Why essentially waste a third round pick on the quarterback only for you to take another one in the fifth? Like I don't know, man.
He's there to be humble, but enough is enough. I get the humbleness. Okay, fine, but damn, fifth round. I mean, come on, man.
What is humble? Like,
I don't know.
I need somebody to, like. Not everybody's going to be Jalen Hurts. Not everybody's going to be Bryce Young. So, like, I need to know what exactly is humble, because if you, again,
this guy got
you're
knocked
allowed
for
to be
being
Baker
himself.
Mayfield, you're allowed to be.
I mean, he talks,
Johnny Manziel,
but he can back it up. That's what I'm saying.
Tom Brady was the king of talking shit to people in the game.
He can back it up.
Phillip Rivers stayed talking shit to defensive linemen,
and he backed it up
to the point.
And literally, if you
Ngakwe was about to punch him in his shit.
Yeah.
If you need evidence to see that
in that Jacksonville
Shadur can do that,
look
at Shadur and how he handled himself in that game against Colorado State, because that game was filled with a lot of late and dirty hits and a lot of bad calls by the ref. He didn't complain. He didn't say shit. It wasn't until after the game that he started to flex and say a little bit shit back to the people that were talking shit about him.
But that was after the game, though. That's the right time to do it.
Keyword, after you done already left out on the field, after you done said what you had to say, after you took everything that they gave to you, that's when you do it. But
they raised differently. This is differently. Different personalities. You know, it could have been the fact
there ain't no excuses, man. No matter what you want to say,
I'm not gonna go on. I'm gonna go on talent. That's all I can go on. I don't give a shit what he did.
Because Jalen Hurts didn't get the job done for Alabama in the national championship.
Yeah.
Or in the he didn't get it done in both, right? The national championship or the SEC championship game. Right?
Tua had to come in and win it for us.
Yeah.
He got it done in the SEC title game the second time when Tua got hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, he came back and won it. Yeah, it's an eye for now because Tua won for him and he won for Tua.
And then he won it for Tua. And then he went to Oklahoma, you know. So
that would piss me off. He took off to Oklahoma. Bad.
These guys, some of these guys. And then I didn't get it though. Who the guy that got drafted before one of these guys was Dylan Gabriel. Yeah, like they just did. Dylan Gabriel.
In the
he
third
hopped
round.
from school to school before he got really notified.
3 goddamn schools? 3?
Central Florida, Oklahoma,
and Oregon.
And Oregon. Because he backed up Mackenzie Milton right at USC, right?
Now he took over after Mackenzie left.
Mackenzie Milton went to Florida State. Yeah,
Gabriel took over.
But he came back the next year, 2018, SEC 2018.
Yeah, but what we're saying is it should be about what the guys do on the field and what you see on the tape.
Yeah, so the field.
You telling me this dude got knocked for being himself. And that's the one thing that these GMs and these player personnels and these head coaches say, oh, I want to bring in a guy that's just going to beat himself. But then y'all knock this guy for being himself because he is a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I would go to war with my quarterback. I would go to war with my quarterback if he's sitting there and say, if you don't pick me, I'm a torch y'all. I'm with him. I'm with him. I'm going to war with him. You know why? Because the brother breeds confidence and he shows it.
You're right.
And walk the walk, talk the talk.
Walk. There you go. And remember Lamar Jackson got picked. He's 32nd pick?
Yeah, he was the last pick of the first round.
And but you know what he said? That's okay. It's all right. They're gonna remember that. And he's a 2-time MVP.
One unanimous MVP is rookie year, right? I think, right?
Yeah.
No, that was his second year.
Second year in the league, he won unanimous MVP.
God. Damn. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, this guy, he was pissed. He was mad. Because he shouldn't have been picked, and he shouldn't that late in the draft. But it's okay. Okay. Y'all don't pick me? Okay. I'm throwing stuff out there, Rob. My guess is as good as y'all. I don't know.
Nah, I know.
You good?
But
You good?
it's just the devil. To me, I feel like, not to get real religious, but it's the devil working, man.
Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. I got damn. Well, I'm glad he got drafted, but not like this, bro.
Especially to the team that be in the purgatory of QBs, like.
Yeah, like Mark said, you just football hell in Cleveland. Are you kidding me?
The same team who passed over Deshaun Watson to take Deshaun Kaiser. The same team who gave up on Baker Mayfield to get Deshaun Watson.
Tim Couch.
The same
Brady
team that chose
Quinn.
Tim Couch over Donovan McNabb.
I mean, the list goes on. Cleveland.
Yeah, they took Brady Quinn over Aaron Rodgers, right?
They got rid of Baker Mayfield. They got rid of Baker Mayfield, the guy who led them to the playoffs. And you get rid of him?
For a $200 broken down QB massage watch.
What? Baker Mayfield, the guy who turned that whole organization around, and you got rid of him? You went 11-5 with this guy.
Man, damn.
And did something. He did something that
they wasted a first round pick on him.
But he did something that no Cleveland Brown quarterback could do, was beat Pittsburgh, and he did it.
Yeah.
In the playoffs.
In the playoffs.
That's
true. That's true.
And you got rid of him. Baker Mayfield.
Tim Couch came close, I believe, didn't he?
He had his moments.
That year, the only year that Cleveland made the playoffs, I thought he came close, though.
It's time for UFL. Maybe. I
can't pick it, but it's time for the UFL.
I don't understand. That got me, bro. I'm gonna think about this. Yeah, the heat is on in Cleveland. No, I'm kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, man, that is our show for today, man. Jesus. That's right here, boy. Shout out to Shadur, man. I hope you ball out on that, bro. That's our show for today, man. Like always, we want to thank you for watching another episode of the Real Sports Talk Show. Please remember to show the guys some love, man, by hitting that like button and subscribe button as well. And remember to get those super chats in if you want to donate to the channel, man. If you want to donate to the channel, if you want to do that, it's on you. We appreciate anything you give us. That's cool. I want to thank, man, Mr. Episode, the pioneer. We hardly see him, but when he's here, then you got Young Mark, man. Young Mark is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Thank Young Mark for stopping by. He is the pioneer of this fine establishment.
Amen.
Business card with this guy. Yeah, man. Thank you. Whatever, man. Mark, tell the people something before we get out of here.
Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for coming through to the greatest wide variety buffet of sports anywhere in the media realm, whether it's TV, radio, podcast, YouTube, don't matter. Nobody covers the wide variety of sports like we do here at the Real Sports Podcast. Definitely don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Come on back. We got a ton of great more content for you. We might be back on the mark this week, depending on what my schedule will like. But if we do, I have a beat down of the week for your ass. So make sure you tune into that when we do it. And definitely keep it locked here on the Real Sports Podcast. I will see you guys next time.
Yes, sir. And Philly G said, what Philly G say? He said, oh yeah, before y'all go, we stacking that defense right now. I hear you, champ. I hear you. All right, man. We want to my stuff here together. Joint tripping. But yeah, we want to see you guys right back here next Saturday at 1 p.m. We will talk about again the hottest news, what's going on in the sports world. And we welcome you to be a part of the show and leave your comments and questions for the podcast panel in the live, man. And again, man, Saturday at 1 p.m. live right here on YouTube, man. We will be here, ladies and gentlemen. This Cleveland thing got my mind jacked up. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But again, man, Saturday live right here on YouTube. We will be here with the hottest news on what's going on in the sports world. And on behalf of myself, the pioneer and the MVP, everybody around the world, please, 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 please be safe and stay safe. And that's in order.